Today we will discuss about our research, which is the effect of using gadgets on the academic performance and health of high school students in Thompson Christian School. The contents of our research that will be discussed today are the introduction, review of related literature, methodology, results and discussion, and lastly, conclusion. We all know that gadgets enhance access to information for research, but can lead to addiction, social isolation, excessive screen time, and mental health issues. A balanced approach is key to maximizing benefits and minimizing drawbacks.
So here in our next slide, we have the relevant RRL, and here are the three main variables. First, academic performance. Second, use of gadget. And the third one is the effect of gadgets on academic performance and health. And under this third variable is the digital eye strain, physical discomfort, consciousness level, and sleeping behavior. So our first variable will be gadget use. According to Zane et al. 2022, a widespread reliance on technology, particularly to the children, has no significant differences in academic performance based on the type of gadget or its purpose. Majority of the students perceive
Yeah.
gadgets as having positive impact on their learning. According to the study of Spargo 2024, these strategies include parental supervision, regular reminder about the proper use, and clear guidelines of using devices in or out of the classroom. So our second variable will be the academic performance. According to Alice et al. 2015, study habits refers to frequency of studying, presence of distracting noise, availability to study in terms of time and place, illness, and motivations. The students with higher levels of parental involvement tend to exhibit greater self-efficiency and motivation, which in turn positively impact their academic performance. The recent study by Malilin 2020 found that performance on academic activities can be also affected by individuals' learning style. And there is a reciprocal effect between achievement emotion and academic performance. Third one is the impact of gadgets in academic performance. According to the study of Lee 2022, easy access to devices like mobile phones, computers, and tablets has become an integral aspect of students' everyday routines. The excessive use of smartphones is mainly associated with poor academic performances, and this was investigated by Tagarda et al. 2022. The use of gadgets had positive and negative impact on academic performance. The research study of Baktot et al. 2021 conducted on high school students in the Philippines revealed a strong link between excessive computer use and decreased academic achievement.
Okay. So according to Mansami and other authors, they said that digital eye strain from prolonged focus on screens or detailed work can impact a student's academic performance. To prevent this, according to Beeson and other authors, they recommended regular breaks and visual exercises. For our second variable here, we have the study of Sarla, which they found that a significant correlation between prolonged use of electronic devices and the development of various musculoskeletal complaints such as neck, shoulder, and wrist pain. Another study says that children experiencing chronic pain such as musculoskeletal discomfort tend to perform worse academically. And another investigation found that students who engage in regular physical activity experience improved physical and psychological health. which in turn positively affects their academic achievement. This is a study of Tuber and other authors. For the consciousness level variable, a study found that excessive smartphone usage, particularly through social media, is linked to an increase in academic distortions, such as negative thinking patterns and unrealistic perceptions, as according to Ruby. Another research, we have the excessive gadget use, particularly among adolescents, can have a negative impact on mental health, contributing to such issues such as anxiety, depression, and social isolation, according to Zen. Another research conducted by Wilmer and other authors found that excessive smartphone usage, particularly multitasking and frequent switching between tasks, leads to cognitive overload. The increased cognitive overload can impair the brain's ability to focus, process, and retain information. As a result, individuals with high smartphone usage exhibit poorer performance on tasks that require sustained attention and analytical thinking. And lastly, the findings of Sharma et al. Revealed a significant positive correlation between higher consciousness levels and better academic achievement, suggesting that fostering consciousness could enhance academic outcomes. Then we have our last variable, sleeping behavior. A study of Kanosh and other authors examines the relationship between excessive gadget use and sleep problems. They found that students addicted to electronic devices were significantly more likely to experience poor sleep quality. Another study found that students who maintain high quality sleep, adequate sleep duration, and consistent sleep schedules tend to achieve better academic performance, as according to Okano and other authors.
Next is our methodology. In this section, it introduced the discussion methods that were used in conducting this research, such as the study area, sampling procedures, which is true volunteer, and the method of data collecting using a questionnaire. The instrument used was from Moduli 2014, and we gathered data through Google Forms, then were analyzed using MS Excel. Next is our research locale. The study's location is in Thompson Christian School. It is a private school in Davao City that provides primary and secondary education. Our sampling and participants was chosen to gather information from 30 samples. Participants are all in high school students of the selected location of study. We have 17 males and 13 females volunteered for the data collection. The sample had participants from grade level 7 to the 12 ages 12 to 19. The average is 15. Next, next. The research instrument. The structured questionnaire created by Modellite 2014 was solely used for the collection with the demographics of the participants gathered. The questionnaire had 4 sections. These sections asked about the behavior regarding the usage of gadgets, academic behavior, and the health of the respondents. In section A, we inquire about their use of gadgets, specifically the purpose in their type of gadget and how much time they spend on each gadget and purpose. The data is then calculated in percentage, followed by a categorization of participants who are under 1 to 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours, and 4 to 6 hours. And next, in section B, their academic performance and diligence were examined using the 5-point Likert scale, wherein 5 is always and 1 is never. The question asked about the focus and consciousness that the participant delivered to their academic activities. There was also an inquiry regarding their first quarter
average rating with below 80, 80 to 89, and 19 above as the options. And next, the section C and D. Their physical and mental health were surveyed using 5-point Likert scales. The two groups of questions were analyzed individually to properly point the areas which the respondents were significantly impacted. The analyzed are then compared from one category to another.
The diagram shows the possession of the gadgets by the respondents. So the diagram explained that 23.3% of the respondents have less than two gadgets, while 33.3% for two gadgets and 43.3 for more than two gadgets in their possession.
So the next diagram is the time spent with gadgets of by the respondents. So this diagram shows that most of the participants give a significant time on their gadgets. 3.3% of the respondents use gadgets for 1 to 2 hours, and 10% use their gadgets for 2 to 4 hours, and 30% for 4 to 6 hours, and 5.7% for above 6 hours. The high level of tech gadget use rates concerns about the potential impact, especially for the youth who are not aware of the potential risk of the excessive gadget use. So the third diagram shows the time spent on gadgets by purpose of use among respondents. So the diagram explains the findings indicate that 45.7% of the time spent on gadget is for entertainment and 34.5% for communication and just 19.8% is received for studying. And this grant implies that a, conscious, a considerable amount of the students' gadget use may cater more the leisure pursuits than the essential activities, which is a pattern commonly linked to addictive tendencies. Next is the time given to the purposes by male and female respondents. And the diagram says that these results indicate that both male and female respondents prioritize entertainment over other activities. However, females dedicate slightly more time to studying and less to the entertainment than the male counterparts, which may imply a dependency on technology for leisure activities, concern about the potential consequences of excessive reliance on entertainment focused activities, particularly for studies. Next.
And here we have a bar graph showing the usage of internet by our respondents. So from the diagram, research indicates that 43.3% of respondents spend over 6 hours each day online, while 26.7% use the internet for 4 to 6 hours. Furthermore, 13.3% dedicate 2 to 4 hours, and 10% are online for 1 to 2 hours. Only 6.7% of respondents stated that they do not use the internet at all. This pattern indicates that a large portion of youth is deeply involved in online activities. This diagram shows the level of dependency on tech gadgets and services of respondents. And uh, in the graph, it says that 63.3% of respondents scored high on the dependency scale, 33.3% scored moderate, and only 3.3% received a low dependency score. This indicates that the majority of respondents display a significant reliance on technology, devices, and services, while very few exhibit a low level of dependency.
The graph shows time spent with gadgets and average grades of the respondents. The bar graph shows that the participants under 1 to 2 and 2 to 4 all had an average grade of 90 and above, where 4 to 6 and above 6 have some participant with an average grade of 80 to 89. It can be interpreted that those with fewer hours of using gadgets have good performance with their academics. However, the increase of percentage between 4 to 6 and above 6 may also indicate otherwise. And the next graph shows the level of dependency and average grades of the respondents. In the difference in percentage between the levels of dependency on gadgets are similar to the table 6. This result in the low dependency level cannot be reliably analyzed due to the very small number of respondents. However, the relationship between the moderate and high level of dependency can be interpreted that higher dependency on gadget may result to a good performance in academic. The difference between those with 90 and above grades in the levels of moderate and high was an increase of 8.2%.
The diagram shows the time spent with the gadgets and frequency of physical discomfort of respondents. So it highlights a significant link between prolonged gadget use, especially exceeding 6 hours, and increased physical discomfort. This diagram shows the time spent with gadgets and consciousness of the respondents. So, this suggests that prolonged gadget use, especially beyond 6 hours, may negatively affect the conscious awareness and decision making abilities of the respondents.
So here are the last diagram, the time spent with gadget and sleeping problems of respondents. And this diagram indicates that above 6 hours, um, those who spend 4 to 6 hours and above 6 hours with their gadgets are mostly likely to experience severe sleep problems. This analysis focuses on the raising concern about the relationship between gadget usage and sleep problems. Educating the young people about the possible dangers of excessive screen time is important. Teaching them proper healthy sleep practices such as making a time limit for screen time before bed, to start consistent sleeping schedules, and to have a relaxing bedtime routine is very essential for the youth's good health. In conclusion, the study of the effect of using gadgets on the academic performance and the health of high school students in Thompson Christian School explores the relationship between gadget usage and academic performances. The findings indicate that excessive use of gadget, especially for more than 6 hours daily, is associated with negative impacts on sleep quality, physical discomfort, and cognitive functions. It also highlights that students who depend on gadgets may perform better academically. The study emphasized the importance of regulating gadget use, promoting healthy sleep patterns, and balancing digital and non-digital activities to enhance students' overall well-being and academic access. It suggests strategies for school parents and students to mitigate the negative effects of excessive gadget use. The next one, next slide, we had the recommendation. The number of samples in the study was not large enough to be representative of the general population. Future studies could have better sample sizes that have adequate amounts of low to excessive users of gadgets. Researchers could also explore other potential factors that could influence the academic performance of excessive users of gadgets, such as their studying methods. Long-term studies can also distinctly show the built-up effects of excessive usage of gadgets and show a trend in their academic ratings. And that's all. Thank you.